What's happening, people? Welcome to another episode of Filmy Thoughts. Thank you for clicking and watching this. If you haven't already, please subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. Hope you're all good on this fine day, evening, morning, night, whenever you're watching it. Today we're going to be talking about Dark Waters. Nice little true story drama film. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's quite a long film though, so be prepared. It's not your typical 90 minutes to 100-minute film. It's over 120 minutes, so it's just over 2 hours. So this is starring Mark Ruffalo. For those who don't know who that is, he was the most recent Hulk in the Avengers trilogy. So yeah, starring him, he also produces it as well. It's also based on a true story of basically widespread poisoning that was taking place by a company, a multinational company that just seemed to have the government in their pocket. And I'm going to give you a synopsis right about now. So we have Mark Ruffalo's character, who is a big time lawyer, who most of his cases, they come from protecting and defending, should I say, chemical companies. He is originally from a small little town in West Virginia, and a stranger one day comes up to his office. He's just made partner, by the way, at this law firm, so he's a big shot, real big shot. And the stranger turns up, box full of videotapes, gives it to him, and the guy, and Mark Ruffalo's looking at him like, who are you, number one, and number two, what the hell is all this? What do you expect me to do with all this? He basically says, you know, I was told to come to you. You're some big time lawyer down here. These people are poisoning my farm and us, and no one is believing us, and I need you to have a look at this. At first, Mark Ruffalo is quite dismissive, but then, I don't know, something comes over him emotionally, and he's like, do you know what? His grandma was mentioned, and he was like, okay, do you know what? I'm going to take a look. I'm going to take a brief look. So what he does is he takes a brief look, but what he sees in that brief encounter kind of starts his whole escapade against this chemical company called DuPont. DuPont. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Allow me, but DuPont. It's DuPont. Yeah. Basically, he decides to go up against them on behalf of this town because he finds out that it's not just the cattle that is being poisoned. It is also the whole town that is being poisoned through the water supply. Obviously, DuPont is vehemently denying it and wanting this to go away, making it as expensive as possible for Mark Ruffalo. But Mark Ruffalo, he's staying persistent, he's staying resilient, and he is determined to make sure everyone in this town get what they deserve, because they are dying as a result of this contaminated water. They're getting cancers, they're getting ulcers, heart attacks, lung deficiencies. People are being born with facial deficiencies. It's horrific, and the rest of the country is just turning a blind eye to this because DuPont is such a big company. To know that this has been going on, because it's based on a true story, I think is quite disgusting, I have to be honest. It's a good film because it highlights the situation and the fact that DuPont has spent the best part of 40 years denying this and making Mark Ruffalo and his firm's life hell. Whereas Mark Ruffalo has been for the past 40 years and still going on now, trying to get compensation for citizens within that town. It's proper huge thing. So again, it was really interesting. It was nicely shot. I was engaged. I can't lie to you. I do feel like over 2 hours was a bit too long. However, I get it. It is quite a complex film that really needed to be highlighted. And it's more complex because he is a man that usually and traditionally, before this stranger came up to him, used to defend chemical companies against accusations such as this. So now that he's kind of on the other side, he goes through a situation where his family, his wife is looking at him differently, as well as his colleagues are looking at him differently, like questioning what the hell's going on, because you flipped basically. You're a snitch now. You're using what you've learned in order to defend chemical companies to now prosecute these chemical companies. But I think rightly so, you know, many lives are being and have been destroyed as a result of this. All for the pound. Not the pound, sorry, the dollar in this situation. All for the dollar. Anyway, as I said, I would recommend watching it. I would give it a 3.5/4 out of 5. It was really enjoyable. It didn't feel like I was in there for over 2 hours, but I assure you I was. um, I even said to the missus she should watch it because it ticks her boxes. She's into law. She does the law thing. So she would have found this really interesting, and she loves a true story. So if you're into the law and you're interested in these kind of things and you love a true story, I would highly recommend you go and watch this film. Well done to Mark Ruffalo. And on to the next one. Hope you guys have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. Take care. All the best.